Faith that doesn't transform your life isn't faith, it is fantasy. In the parable of the two sons, Jesus started off by saying, "What do you think?" talking to the Pharisees. A man had two sons, and he went to the first and said, "Go and work in the vineyard today." He answered, "I will not." But afterward he changed his mind and went. It wasn't normal back in the first century for children to disobey their parents. However, this son, because he had a fear of God, he then turned away from his disobedience and he did the work. But going into verse 30, Jesus continued saying, "And he went to the other son and said the same. And he answered, I go, sir. But he did not go." Spoke with respect. He used words like sir. But he then chose to disregard what he was told and asked, and he disobeyed. Verse 31, where Jesus then asked the Pharisees, which of the two did the will of his Father? They said, "The first." Jesus said to them, "Truly I say to you, the tax collectors and the prostitutes go into the kingdom of God before you." Faith that doesn't transform your life isn't faith, it's fantasy. There are far too many Christians today, from the congregation to the pastor, that say one thing, but then their actions don't prove it. Jesus said himself, even the tax collectors and the prostitutes, they believed John the Baptist and what they said about Christ, and that they would enter the kingdom before them. More on this, James 2:17 says, "So also faith by itself, if it does not do works, is dead." True faith doesn't just claim Christ, it reflects him. Because true faith doesn't just agree with God, it obeys him. Make sure that you're pursuing a faith that follows God and his word. Read James 2 tonight and ask God to show you whether your faith is alive.